On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Myth.
An ancient story or set of stories accepted as history, especially explaining the worldview of a people.
Examples:
The myth of an old religion. Perpetuate a myth. With the financial bubble bursting, the myth of economic growth in investment banking collapsed.
Medicinal.
Of or relating to the treatment or cure of disease.
Examples:
Medicinal chemistry. Traditional medicinal. The medicinal properties of this herb have been known to help with various ailments.
Medical.
Relating to the treatment of illness or injuries, relating to the practice of medicine.
Examples:
A medical opinion. Temporary medical treatment. The medical team worked quickly to save the patient's life.
Breakthrough.
A sudden, dramatic, and important discovery or development that helps to improve a situation or provide an answer to a problem.
Examples:
Breakthrough in the negotiations. Breakthrough discovery. A technique called deep learning has led to breakthroughs in AI.
Romanticize.
To make something seem more attractive or appealing than it is, especially by exaggerating or idealizing its qualities, to view or present something in a romantic or sentimental way.
Examples:
Romanticize the past. Romanticize the idea of love. It is easy to romanticize a new job or opportunity, but it is important to remain objective and realistic about the challenges that come with it.
Solo.
Without anybody else or anything else, alone.
Examples:
A solo vocal recital. A solo flight. I would love to solo camping someday.
Invention.
The creation of a new device or process resulting from study and experimentation, the act of inventing.
Examples:
The invention of new techniques. Common invention. Necessity is the mother of invention.
Lab.
A workplace for the conduct of scientific research, a laboratory.
Examples:
Lab instrument. Medical lab. The Prime Minister will pay a courtesy visit to the Nobel laureate's lab.
Earth-shaking.
Causing great shock, surprise, or significant impact, of great importance or magnitude.
Examples:
Earth-shaking event. Earth-shaking impact. The company announced an earth-shaking discovery that could revolutionize the field of renewable energy.
Discovery.
The act or process of finding information, a place, or an object, or learning about something that was previously not known.
Examples:
A scientific discovery. The great discovery of the century. Her research team made an important discovery.
Overnight.
Lasting for or occurring during one night, occurring or changing extremely quickly or suddenly, happening or being achieved in a short amount of time.
Examples:
Overnight parking. Overnight success. The overnight package delivery arrived at my door this morning.
Appealing.
Attractive or exciting, evoking a positive response or desire, having qualities that are likely to encourage someone to like or enjoy something.
Examples:
Appealing design. An appealing offer. The well-crafted plot and interesting characters made the book very appealing to readers.
Dramatically.
In a very impressive manner.
Examples:
He confessed dramatically. The cabin pressure fell dramatically. Life expectancy has grown dramatically this century.
Surgeon.
A doctor who is trained to perform medical operations that involve cutting open a person's body.
Examples:
An excellent brain surgeon. Army surgeon. He is a skilled surgeon that has many years of training and experience.
Relation.
The way two persons or groups of people feel and act toward one another.
Examples:
Relation between cause and effect. Relation of inclusion. The industrial relations laws were passed with little to no alteration.
Incision.
A sharp cut made in something with a sharp tool, especially during a medical procedure.
Examples:
Incision tool. Small incision. Patients undergoing incisional surgery are often put to sleep by anesthesia.
Patient.
A person who is receiving medical treatment, care, or attention from a healthcare professional, such as a doctor, nurse, or therapist, a personal quality or characteristic.
Examples:
Patient in the hospital. Patient with weight loss. The doctor carefully examined the patient's medical history.
Traditionally.
In accordance with tradition, typically or commonly done in a particular way.
Examples:
Traditionally accepted concept. Traditionally sung at a banquet. Traditionally, the ceremony was held outdoors.
Surgery.
Medical treatment of injuries or diseases involving an incision with instruments and often removing or replacing some parts of the body, the branch of medical science that treats disease or injury by operative procedures.
Examples:
Cardiac surgery. The professor of surgery. He had undergone heart surgery years before.
Advantage.
A condition or circumstance that puts one in a favorable or superior position, a beneficial feature or asset that someone or something has.
Examples:
Score an advantage. Take advantage of his weak points. One of the main advantages of the new product is its increased efficiency.
Daylight.
The natural light produced by the sun during the day, especially in contrast to artificial light or darkness.
Examples:
Daylight hours. Natural daylight. The view of the city skyline from the top of the building looked amazing in the daylight.
Historic.
Famous or significant in history, or potentially so.
Examples:
Historic accomplishment. Achieve the historic feat. The Chinese people have accomplished several historic feats.
Operate.
To work in a particular way, to supervise something.
Examples:
Operate 24 hours a day. Manually operate a machine. This machine is too difficult to operate for me.
Church.
A building or institution dedicated to religious worship or activities, a Christian religious organization or denomination.
Examples:
Church bell. Small church. The church on the corner is hosting a free community meal tonight.
Skylight.
A window or opening in a roof or ceiling that allows natural light to enter a room or space from above.
Examples:
Skylight window. Dome skylight. The skylight in the room added natural light and a beautiful view of the stars at night.
Mass.
A large amount of a substance with no definite shape or form, a large number of people or things grouped or crowded together.
Examples:
A mass of molten rock. Critical mass. The mass of people who do not own property is politically impotent.
Nowadays.
At the current time, in comparison to the past.
Examples:
Young people nowadays. Not to be seen nowadays. People can clone a sheep nowadays.
Sunlight.
The light emitted by the sun, the rays of the sun.
Examples:
A glare of sunlight. Indirect sunlight. Radiation from sunlight has a different wavelength.
Specialized.
Possessing or relating to specific knowledge or skills that are unique to a particular field or task, designed or intended for a particular purpose or function.
Examples:
Specialized knowledge. Specialized equipment. The hospital has many specialized departments, including cardiology and oncology.
Opportune.
Suitable or happening at a time that is suitable or convenient for a particular purpose.
Examples:
Opportune occasion. An opportune remark. The phone rang at the most opportune time.
Magic.
Beliefs and actions employed to influence supernatural beings and forces, any art or performance that invokes supernatural powers.
Examples:
A magic spell. She is magic. He performed magic tricks with sophisticated moves.
Fluorescence.
The property of certain substances to absorb light at one wavelength and emit light at a longer wavelength, often producing a visible glow or color change. The visible light or color change resulting from this process.
Examples:
Fluorescence microscopy. Fluorescence labeling. The fluorescence of the green dye made it easy to see the bacteria under the microscope.
Anatomy.
The scientific study that deals with the physical structure of humans, animals, or plants.
Examples:
Animal anatomy. Anatomy of a country's collapse. The professor explained the anatomy of the nervous system.
Illustration.
A picture or diagram in a book, magazine, or newspaper that is used to explain or decorate the text, the act or process of explaining something.
Examples:
Educational illustration. Illustration artist. The illustration in the book helped me understand the concept better.
Nervous.
Worried and anxious about something, relating to the nerves.
Examples:
Development of the nervous system. Get nervous. He suffers from nervous breakdowns.
Artery.
One of the thick tubes in humans and most other animals that takes blood away from the heart to one or more parts of the body, such as tissues, lungs, brain, etc.
Examples:
Artery blockage. Risk of coronary artery disease. Continuous consumption of fatty foods leads to the hardening of the artery.
Vein.
A blood vessel that carries blood from various parts of the body back to the heart, a mineral deposit or layer of rock that is contained within another rock formation.
Examples:
Spider vein. Collapsed vein. The nurse inserted the needle into the vein in his arm to draw blood.
Dissection.
The act or process of cutting up or dividing something to examine it.
Examples:
Dissection process. Dissection specimen. The dissection of the frog revealed its internal anatomy. Structure. The way of construction of something and the arrangement of its parts, or a complex thing constructed of many parts.
Examples:
The structure of a machine. structure and function of the brain. The organizational structure of startups is often flat and straightforward.
Urgent.
Requiring immediate attention or action, pressing.
Examples:
An urgent telegram. Urgent situation. It is urgent that we leave for the airport now to catch our flight.
Cancer.
Abnormal growth of cells that can invade and destroy surrounding tissues and organs. A disease characterized by the uncontrolled growth and spread of abnormal cells.
Examples:
Cancer diagnosis. Cancer research. Breast cancer is the most common type of cancer in women.
Excise.
A tax or duty that is levied on certain goods, commodities, or activities, often to raise revenue for the government. Verb, to remove or cut out.
Examples:
Excise tax. Excise invoice. The government imposed an excise on tobacco products to discourage smoking.
Gene.
The fundamental unit of heredity and the sequence of nucleotides in DNA that codes for the creation of RNA or protein.
Examples:
Gene expression. Gene cloning. A defective gene is responsible for the disease.
Protein.
A molecule made up of a long chain of amino acids, which is essential for the structure and function of the body's tissues.
Examples:
Stress protein. Protein synthesis. The body needs a certain amount of protein to build and repair tissues.
Jar.
A cylindrical container, typically made of glass, metal, or pottery, with a wide mouth and a screwed or sealed lid, used for storing food, liquids, and other materials.
Examples:
A jar of jam. A water jar. He placed the coins in a jar to save for a trip.
Pathology.
The study of the nature and cause of diseases and disorders, the medical specialty that deals with the diagnosis and treatment of diseases and disorders.
Examples:
Benign pathology. Clinical pathology. The pathology report showed no signs of cancer, giving her family a sense of relief.
Nurse.
A healthcare professional who is trained to provide care for the sick or injured. Verb, to try to cure by special care or treatment of an illness or injury.
Examples:
Nurse practitioner. A volunteer nurse. The night shift nurse checked my vital signs before administering the medication.
Anesthesiologist.
A medical doctor who specializes in administering anesthesia to help control pain and monitor the vital signs of patients during procedures and surgeries.
Examples:
Specialized anesthesiologist. Clinical anesthesiologist. The experienced anesthesiologist monitored the patient's vital signs throughout the procedure.
Assistant.
Someone who helps or supports someone else to do a job.
Examples:
An unwilling assistant. Assistant professor. An executive assistant director administers each branch.
Microscope.
An instrument used to see objects or substances that are too small to be seen with the naked eye.
Examples:
Microscope slide. Electron microscope. I used an optical microscope to observe the small organisms in the water sample.
Specimen.
An individual example or sample of something, typically used to represent a larger group or category.
Examples:
Specimen collection. Botanical specimen. The biology teacher showed the students a frog specimen so they could examine its anatomy.
Residual.
Relating to or constituting a remainder or leftover portion, remaining after other elements or factors have been removed or taken into account.
Examples:
Residual waste. Residual income. The scientist found residual traces of the chemical in the water sample.
Process.
A series of actions or operations performed to achieve a particular outcome or goal. A systematic procedure or approach used to accomplish a specific task or objective. A method of treating milk to make it suitable for consumption or use in other dairy products.
Examples:
Process improvement. Decision-making process. The process for applying for a visa can be lengthy and complicated.
Tumor.
A mass of diseased tissue that forms when cells in the body divide and grow in an uncontrolled way.
Examples:
Tumor growth. Tumor at remote sites. The patient was diagnosed with a tumor in her lung.
Spot.
A particular location or place, a small round or roundish area, differing in color or feels from the surface around it.
Examples:
Beauty spot. A spot on his honor. This remote spot is rarely visited.
Margin.
The space around the edge of a page or document. Finance, the net sales minus the cost of goods and services sold.
Examples:
Margin error. A profit margin. Unfortunately, the book's margin was too small to make notes.
Addition.
The act or process of adding something to something else, the process of adding numbers.
Examples:
Chemical addition. Addition of vectors. In addition, private corporations provide healthcare services.
Therapy.
The act of caring for someone through medication, remedial training, etc.
Examples:
Therapy for a patient. Field of gene therapy. I underwent aversion therapy for my addiction to alcohol.
Radiation.
The energy that comes from a nuclear reaction in the form of rays, waves, or particles, and that can be hazardous to health.
Examples:
Exposure to radiation. Electromagnetic radiation. He tried every possible treatment, including chemotherapy and radiation therapy.
Chemotherapy.
The treatment of disease, particularly cancer, using special drugs that have a toxic effect on cancer cells, frequently used in conjunction with other therapies such as surgery and radiation.
Examples:
Chemotherapy regimen. Chemotherapy side effects. Many cancer patients undergo chemotherapy as a treatment option.
Reside.
To live in a particular place, typically for a prolonged period of time.
Examples:
Reside on the skin. Reside permanently. They reside in a beautiful old house in the countryside.
Fortune.
A large amount of money or property, chance or luck as an unknown and arbitrary force affecting human affairs.
Examples:
Ill fortune. Bit of good fortune. Capitalism guarantees the right of ownership of personal fortune.
Chemistry.
The branch of the natural sciences dealing with the composition of substances and their properties and reactions.
Examples:
Professor of chemistry. The chemistry of soil. He is familiar with chemistry and biology.
Detect.
To find or recognize something, especially something difficult to see, hear, etc.
Examples:
Detect a bad event. Detect smuggling across borders. The security camera has detected 4 intruders.
Molecule.
A group of 2 or more atoms held together by attractive forces known as chemical bonds.
Examples:
Small molecules. Molecule behavior. The shape of the DNA molecule is a double helix.
Develop.
To grow or expand, to improve or refine through a process of progress and refinement, often to achieve greater sophistication or complexity, to elaborate or add detail to something that is in the process of being created.
Examples:
Develop a strategy. Develop a skill. We must develop a new system to streamline our workflow and increase efficiency.
Sticky.
Made of or covered with an adhesive substance, hot or warm and humid.
Examples:
Sticky weather. Sticky situation. A peculiar sticky material coated the foliage.
Tissue.
An ensemble of similar cells of the animal or plant that together carry out a specific function.
Examples:
A facial tissue. Loss of muscle tissue. The researcher separated the nervous tissue for microscopic examinations.
Inject.
To put a liquid such as a drug or other substance into a person's or an animal's body using a needle and syringe equals small tube.
Examples:
Inject under the skin. Inject a personal opinion into a debate. Let's try to inject a bit of enthusiasm into your performance.
Specific.
Clearly defined or particular to a certain thing or situation, distinct, explicit, and precise.
Examples:
Specific instructions. Industry-specific regulations. The scientist conducted a study that provided specific details about the species' behavior.
Component.
One of several parts that combines with others to form something bigger.
Examples:
Key component. Spare components for cars. The researchers try to discover a common component in all types of successful organizations.
Anion.
A negatively charged ion, meaning it has gained one or more electrons and is attracted to the positive pole in an electric field.
Examples:
Carbonate anion. Negatively charged anion. Chloride is an example of a common anion found in salt.
Segment.
A part or section of something, a distinct group within a larger whole.
Examples:
Segment analysis. Market segment. The report divided the data into segments based on age, gender, and income level.
Nonstick.
Describing a surface that does not allow food or other substances to adhere to it.
Examples:
Nonstick coating. Nonstick baking paper. I used a nonstick pan to cook the eggs to avoid sticking to the surface.
Stick.
To put something, usually a sharp object, into something, noun, a thin piece of wood or other material.
Examples:
Stick a key in a lock. Fire stick. You stick a bill in the change machine, and the coins pop out.
Neutral.
Not helping or assisting either side in a conflict, argument, etc.
Examples:
Permanently neutral country. Neutral colors. A legislative speaker should always be neutral.
Molecular.
Of or relating to molecules, equals a group of two or more atoms held together by attractive forces known as chemical bonds.
Examples:
Molecular structure. Molecular biology. Molecular weight is the sum of all the atoms.
Scissor.
Noun, usually scissors, a cutting instrument consisting of a pair of metal blades. To cut or clip something with scissors. To move or position two things that cross each other like a pair of scissors.
Examples:
scissor paper, kitchen scissors. I need to scissor my hair to even out the ends.
Protease.
An enzyme that breaks down proteins by hydrolyzing the peptide bonds between amino acids, playing a crucial role in digestion and many other physiological processes.
Examples:
digestive protease, pancreatic protease. Protease enzymes play a crucial role in breaking down proteins in the digestive system.
Enzyme.
A substance produced by a living organism that acts as a catalyst to bring about a specific biochemical reaction.
Examples:
enzyme reaction, lack of digestive enzymes. A deficiency in the enzyme can lead to a medical condition.
Dye.
To color a textile or hair by immersing it in a colored liquid or substance.
Examples:
dye a t-shirt red. Dye patterns. She dyed her hair purple for a change.
Norm.
Something that is regarded as usual, typical, or standard.
Examples:
norm of action, cultural norm. The systems we have developed has accepted as industry norms.
Pass.
No longer fashionable or current, outdated, considered to be old-fashioned or out of date.
Examples:
passé entertainment, passé trend. Bell-bottom jeans, once considered passé fashion, have made a surprising comeback in recent years.
Excrete.
To discharge waste matter, such as urine or feces, from the body or a cell or gland.
Examples:
excrete a sticky liquid. Excrete waste products. The body excretes excess salt through urine to maintain proper electrolyte balance.
Presence.
The fact or state that someone or something exists, occurs, or is present.
Examples:
the evidence of the presence. His majestic presence. The path to a solid online presence necessitates a high technical ability.
Cleave.
To split or divide something into two parts, often with force, to adhere or cling to something closely and cohesively.
Examples:
cleave meat. Cleave the party. He swung the axe with all his might to cleave the wood in half.
Boom.
A sudden increase in economic activity, or a sudden happening that brings good fortune, a deep, loud, and prolonged sound.
Examples:
Boom in sales. A sonic boom. The high-technology industry is enjoying a boom.
Label:
A small piece of paper, fabric, or other material attached to an object and giving information about it. Verb, to assign to a category.
Examples:
A mailing label. Label a bag with my name. The label on the food package lists the ingredients and nutritional information.
Fluorescent:
Emitting or reflecting vibrant and vivid light, especially under ultraviolet light, describing a type of lamp or bulb that produces such light.
Examples:
Fluorescent bulb. Fluorescent material. The office installed new fluorescent lighting to save energy.
Surrounding:
That is near or around, or closely encircling something.
Examples:
Surrounding areas. A fence surrounding a castle. The surrounding mountains make the city difficult to be invaded.
Emit:
To give off or send out something such as light, heat, sound, gas, etc.
Examples:
Emit a gamma ray. Emit air pollution. During the unloading, the container box emits a clicking sound.
Peel:
To remove the skin of fruit and vegetables.
Examples:
Peel a fruit. Peel off easily. The storm had peeled all paint off the siding.
Underneath:
Under or below something else.
Examples:
Underneath the surface of the water. Underneath the laughter. The penny fell underneath the piano.
Metastatic:
Used to describe cancer cells that have spread from the primary site of origin to other parts of the body through the bloodstream or lymphatic system.
Examples:
Metastatic disease. Metastatic spreading. Metastatic cancer has spread from its original site to other body parts.
Lymph:
A colorless fluid containing white blood cells that carry waste matter away from body tissue and help to prevent infections from spreading.
Examples:
Lymph vessel. Lymph flow. There was a massive swelling of the lymph nodes.
Nod:
To lower and raise one's head, sometimes several times, as to show approval, agreement, greeting, or confirmation.
Examples:
Nod at each other. Nod courteously. She nodded quietly in response to the question.
Sentinel:
A person or thing that stands guard or keeps watch, a soldier or guard who stands watch to provide security.
Examples:
Sentinel duty. Sentinel lymph node. The security camera acted as a sentinel, monitoring the area for suspicious activity.
Breast.
Either of the two round soft parts of a woman's chest which secrete milk after childbirth.
Examples:
Breast cancer. The mountain's breast. He grilled the breast meat of a chicken.
Melanoma.
A type of skin cancer that originates in the cells that produce pigment, usually occurring on sun-exposed skin areas.
Examples:
Melanoma diagnosis. Melanoma treatment. Protecting your skin from the sun by wearing sunscreen and protective clothing can help reduce the risk of melanoma.
Debilitating.
Weakening or damaging, causing a loss of strength, energy, or success.
Examples:
Debilitating virus. Debilitating effect. His debilitating illness made it difficult for him to leave the house.
Axilla.
The technical term for the armpit or the hollow space beneath the junction of the upper arm and the shoulder.
Examples:
Odorant axilla. Painful axilla. The lymph nodes in the axilla play a crucial role in immune function.
Treatment.
The way in which someone deals with or behaves towards someone or something, medical care provided to a patient for an injury or illness.
Examples:
First aid treatment. Treatment by diet. The primary purpose of the treatment is pain relief.
Protocol.
A set of rules or procedures for transmitting data or conducting a process or activity, especially in computer networks or scientific experiments, the initial or original version of an agreement.
Examples:
Draft a protocol. Protocol breach. The company has a strict protocol for handling sensitive information to ensure security.
Drain.
To empty or dry something by removing the liquid from it.
Examples:
Drain water from the swamp. Drain excess liquid. Push the button and let the water drain away.
Unnecessary.
Not needed or required, not essential or important.
Examples:
Unnecessary expense. Unnecessary hassle. The extra steps in the process were deemed unnecessary and removed to streamline production.
Freeway.
A major highway designed for high-speed traffic, with no stoplights or grade crossings, and having interchanges or access roads to other highways.
Examples:
Freeway exit. Expanded freeway. We got stuck in a traffic jam on the freeway for over an hour.
Bump.
To hit or knock against something hard, often with a dull sound, to meet with by accident.
Examples:
Bump against a wall. Bump up prices. She accidentally bumped into him in the crowded room.
Swell.
To become larger or more inflated, to become more intense or important.
Examples:
Swell at room temperature. Swell a population. His arm was swelling from the insect bite.
Immediately.
Now or without delay.
Examples:
Immediately recall a product. Write him an answer immediately. A suspension order from the court is effective immediately.
Gadolinium.
A chemical element with the symbol Gd and atomic number 64, which is a silvery white rare earth metal, often used as a contrast agent in magnetic resonance imaging, MRI, due to its paramagnetic properties.
Examples:
Gadolinium enhanced imaging. Gadolinium deposition. A gadolinium contrast agent is commonly used in MRI scans to enhance the visibility of certain tissues.
Invasive.
Spreading very quickly, and often aggressively, and difficult to stop.
Examples:
Invasive breast cancer. Invasive species. The invasive disease can spread quickly and potentially cause a global pandemic.
Preserve.
To keep or maintain a particular quality, feature, etc., especially to prevent it from decaying, being damaged, or being destroyed.
Examples:
Preserve my strength. Preserve a country's heritage. They worked hard to preserve the nature of their native lands.
Function.
The purpose or use of an object, system, or process, a particular activity or operation that is designed to serve a specific purpose, a mathematical concept that describes a relationship between two sets of values, called the input and output sets. Verb, to operate or work in a specific way, or to perform a particular task or purpose.
Examples:
Function properly. Immune function. The brain is an incredibly complex organ that controls the body's function.
Inadvertent.
Unintentional or accidental, happening without premeditation or planning.
Examples:
Inadvertent mistake. Inadvertent error. His inadvertent comment offended many people at the party.
Injury.
Harm done to a person's or an animal's body caused by an accident or an attack.
Examples:
Without injury. A fatal injury. My accidental injury got better right away.
Paralysis.
A condition in which you are unable to move or lose control of part or most of the body because of illness or injury.
Examples:
Moral paralysis. Paralysis in the leg. Massive demonstrations lead to total paralysis of transportation.
Prostate.
A small gland located near the bladder, equals an organ located in the lower abdomen, in males that produces fluid that becomes part of semen.
Examples:
Prostate surgery. Enlarged prostate. Men over the age of 50 are at a higher risk for prostate cancer.
Urine.
A liquid byproduct of metabolism in humans and in many other animals that are released from the body when you urinate.
Examples:
Urine composition. Blood in the urine. They collected a urine specimen for urinalysis.
Incontinence.
The involuntary leakage of urine or feces from the body.
Examples:
Urinary incontinence. Fecal incontinence. The elderly patient is experiencing incontinence and requires assistance with toileting.
Erectile.
Characterized by the ability to become physically erect, particularly in sexual function.
Examples:
Erectile dysfunction. Erectile tissues. The drug was found to have significant erectile side effects in clinical trials.
Dysfunction.
A problem or fault in a system, organism, or part of the body or machine.
Examples:
Dysfunction of kidneys. Brain dysfunction. The dysfunction in the relationship was causing problems for both partners.
Sparing.
Characterized by using or giving very little of something, frugal or economical in the use of resources or materials.
Examples:
A sparing amount of sugar. Time sparing. The sparing use of resources is important for conservation efforts.
Context.
The circumstances, facts, or conditions that surround a particular event, situation, or statement and that give it meaning.
Examples:
Historical context. Legal context. It's important to understand the context of a situation before making a decision.
Trace.
To find or discover someone or something that was lost.
Examples:
Trace a telephone call. Trace back to medieval times. Let's trace the origins of some familiar foreign words.
Anatomical.
Of or relating to the structure of the body and its parts.
Examples:
Anatomical structure. Anatomical elements. The anatomical model of the human body was used to teach medical students.
Vascular.
Of or relating to blood vessels, especially the veins and arteries that carry blood throughout the body.
Examples:
Vascular disease, vascular surgery. The doctor detected a blockage in the patient's vascular system.
Decide.
To make up someone's mind about something, to come to a conclusion or judgment after considering options.
Examples:
Decide a question. Decide on a course of action. She couldn't decide whether to order the pizza or the pasta for dinner.
Crazy.
Stupid or not sensible, very angry.
Examples:
Crazy about cars and racing. A crazy scheme. The rain and thunder are crazy today.
Complication.
Something that makes a situation or condition that is complex or confused.
Examples:
Complication of structure. Resolve without complication. He also continued to struggle with serious long-term complications.
Teamwork.
The combined action of a group of people working together towards a common goal.
Examples:
Poor teamwork. Teamwork in business. Harmonious teamwork is essential to the success of this project.
Eventually.
Finally, particularly after a long time or a lot of struggle, complications, and so on.
Examples:
Eventually become obsolete. Eventually succeed. The corporation eventually dominated the entire tobacco business.
Specifically.
Only associated with or meant for one thing.
Examples:
Designed specifically for men. For specifically American customers. This ad campaign is aimed specifically at young women.
Literally.
In the real or original meaning of a word or phrase, in a literal sense or way, not figuratively.
Examples:
Translate literally. Bite his tongue literally. He literally jumped out of his chair when he heard the news.
Glow.
To give out a steady, strong light.
Examples:
Glow a pale orange. Glow golden the light. The sun was setting, and the sky glowed with beautiful colors.
Sciatic.
Relating to or affecting the sciatic nerve, which is the longest nerve in the human body and runs from the lower back down to each leg.
Examples:
Sciatic nerve. Sciatic pain. Physical therapists have a range of exercises designed to alleviate sciatic discomfort in patients.
Portion.
One component of a larger entity. The inner portion of the body. Large portion. The rocket's front portion falls off.
Tip.
The top or extreme point of something slender or tapering, usually a mountain or hill. A piece of advice about something practical, a small amount of money given for services.
Examples.
The tip of a paintbrush. Give the waiter a tip. I will introduce some tips on learning English in this class.
Dissect.
To cut into pieces, to study the structure of something in detail.
Examples.
Dissect the data. Dissect a personality. The scientist dissected the frog to study its internal organs.
Arbor.
A shady place or a shelter formed by trees, vines, or climbing plants. A lattice framework or trellis that supports climbing plants. A seating area or shelter made of woven branches or vines. Of medicine, also arbor vitae, the white matter of the cerebellum in the brain.
Examples.
Grape arbor. Arbor vitae. The wooden bench beneath the arbor was a peaceful place to read a book.
Facial.
Of or relating to a person's face.
Examples.
Facial nerve. Facial expressions. Facial profiling is a new form of airport security.
Expression.
The act of conveying thoughts, feelings, or ideas using words, facial expressions, body language, or art, a look or gesture that conveys a particular emotion or mood.
Examples.
Artistic expression. Expression of interest. His facial expression showed a mix of surprise and confusion.
Movement.
A group of people working together to achieve a shared goal, especially a political, social, or artistic one, the process of moving or being moved, physically or figuratively.
Examples.
A circular movement. Movement of troops. The movement of the dancers on stage was graceful and elegant.
Probe.
A tool used for testing or examining, especially for medical or scientific purposes, or an exploratory mission to a planet or other celestial body. Verb, to investigate, examine, or search into something.
Examples.
A lunar probe. Probe for inside information. NASA sent a probe to study the atmosphere of Jupiter.
Stain.
To discolor, defile, or tarnish something. Noun, a discoloration or dirty mark on a surface that is difficult to remove.
Examples.
Stain the carpet. Red wine stain. The allegations of corruption stained her reputation, and she struggled to regain public trust.
Proceed.
To move forward or to continue with a process or action, to advance or progress.
Examples.
Proceed with caution. Proceed to the next step. We can now proceed with the next item on our agenda.
Nation.
A large organized community of people living in a particular country or region and having a particular culture.
Examples:
Nation-state. A seafaring nation. The nation of Japan is known for its unique culture and advanced technology.
Academy.
A school for special training, a type of official organization that aims to encourage and develop standards in its particular field.
Examples:
An academy of music. A member of the academy. Her new documentary earned her an Academy Award.
Biotechnology.
The application of technological processes and methods to biological systems to develop new products or techniques, such as genetically modified organisms or biopharmaceuticals.
Examples:
Biotechnology research. Modern biotechnology. Advancements in biotechnology have revolutionized medicine and agriculture.
Commentary.
An expression or explanation of opinions or observations on a particular subject, event, or situation. Detailed analysis or explanation provided in writing or orally.
Examples:
Commentary piece. Political commentary. The sports commentary provided insightful analysis and observations throughout the game.
Economical.
Providing a satisfactory return on the money, time, or effort, not using more money, fuel, etc. than necessary.
Examples:
Economical use of her time. An economical meal. It is more economical to wash your plastic bottle and reuse it.
Colleague.
One of a group of a coworker, especially in a profession or a business.
Examples:
Collaborate with colleagues. Former colleague. I decided to seek counseling on the advice of my colleague.
Outcome.
The result or effect of an action, event, etc.
Examples:
Improved student outcomes. A desirable outcome. They awaited news of the outcome of the election.
Instrument.
An object used to make musical sounds, such as a piano, guitar, or drum, a tool or device used for a specific activity, particularly in specialist or scientific work.
Examples:
Musical instruments. Surgical instruments. This electronic instrument is required to undergo periodic inspections to ensure precision.
Eventual.
Expected to happen at a later time, likely to occur in the future.
Examples:
Eventual outcome. My eventual retirement. The eventual winner of the competition was a surprise to many.
Straightforward.
Easy to do or understand, or simple, free from ambiguity.
Examples:
straightforward manner. Make a straightforward dash. The defendant gave a straightforward and accurate description of the accident.
Mechanism.
A part of a machine, or a set of parts that performs a task, a natural or established process that occurs during a specific situation or reaction.
Examples:
the mechanism for DNA replication. Defense mechanism. He discovered unique mechanisms for photochemical reactions.
Industrious.
Hardworking, diligent, and persistent in effort.
Examples:
industrious worker. Industrious student. He was known to be very industrious and would often work late into the night.
Medication.
A drug or other form of medicine that treats, prevents, or alleviates the symptoms of the disease.
Examples:
antibiotic medication. Medication by mouth. The pharmacist not only prescribes the medication but also guides its proper use.
Killing.
The act of causing death, a sudden and intense force or effect that causes significant damage or destruction, a situation where someone is making a substantial amount of money or experiencing significant financial success.
Examples:
killing spree. Profit killing. The killing of unarmed civilians is considered a war crime.
Committed.
Willing to put in a lot of effort, time, and energy into something, firmly believing in something.
Examples:
in a committed relationship. Strong and committed sales staff. Our company is strongly committed to meeting customers' needs.
Innovation.
The creation of a new device or process resulting from study and experimentation.
Examples:
innovation leader. Cutting-edge innovation. The vegetarian burger was an innovation that quickly spread to the United Kingdom.
Sprint.
To run at full speed over a short distance or period of time.
Examples:
sprint for a bus. Sprint towards the finish line. Top athletes can sprint 100 meters in less than 10 seconds.
Relay.
To receive and pass something, such as information or a message, from one person or group to another. To broadcast something on television, radio, etc.
Examples:
relay a scene. Relay a request. Please relay the news to the world.
Adopt.
To choose to follow something, to legally take a child from another family and care for them as if they were one's own.
Examples:
Adopt a child. Adopt a bill. The National Assembly has adopted the budget.
Steady.
Firmly fixed, supported, or balanced, not shaking or moving.
Examples:
Steady increase. Take a steady job. The patient's vital signs are steady, indicating a stable condition.
Courage.
The ability to face danger, difficulty, uncertainty, or pain without being overcome by fear or despair. The quality of being brave or courageous.
Examples:
Mental courage. Inspire courage. It takes a lot of courage to stand up for what you believe is right.
Struggle.
To make a great effort to do something when it is difficult, or there are a lot of problems, to use force or violence to break away from restraint or constriction.
Examples:
Struggle against discrimination. Struggle to get the job. He could not struggle against temptation.
Educate.
To provide or receive instruction or training over a period of time at a school, university, etc.
Examples:
Educate student. Educate public. The school's mission is to educate young children and prepare them for the future.
Persuade.
To convince or induce someone to do something by presenting a reason or argument, to sway or influence someone's decision or opinion.
Examples:
Attempt to persuade. Persuade a hijacker to surrender. She tried to persuade her brother to join her on the trip.
Acceptance.
The act of agreeing or approving, or the state of being agreed or approved.
Examples:
A feeling of acceptance. A letter of acceptance. The acceptance of diversity and inclusion is crucial for building a harmonious society.